welcome. You're with me, the resident CFC crazy scientist, and I'm back with another wacky experiment, but I'm tight for time, so we're going to get straight into it. Of course, it's our Easter Sunday service, so I thought it'd be good to do something regarding Easter. But the problem is, boys and girls, mums and dads, for those who have been tuning in, you may be familiar that we've done approximately 732 experiments since last March, so I'm kind of running out of things to do. If you need an example of that, look back a few months ago and I set my hand on fire. That's what your kids are watching in the morning. Anyway, on with the experiment to do with Easter. Now, literally what I have in my little box here is all I have left. I've used up all my dry ice, and I've used up all of my gunge and all my slime and all the special alcohol, not that kind of alcohol, all the special things that I have. So this is my little box of goodies, and whatever's in here is what you're going to get this morning. All right, so experiment Easter. I've got a Uncle Ben's sweet and sour jar. Don't need that. And then I've got a clean toilet roll tube. Okay, and I have these are crocodile test clips for something. I have them, and I have a couple of batteries, Easter. And I have, oh, that's where that went, a clicky pencil, and I have some tape. Right. Easter. Okay, so, boys and girls, mums and dads, carers, whoever's watching right now, you know that usually when we try and do an experiment, I try and draw a biblical message in and also try and make it relatable to the boys and Easter, boys and girls. Now, this is a pencil. And when I look at this pencil, boys and girls, I see you. So look carefully at the camera right now, boys and girls, not mums and dads, boys and girls, and say, I am a pencil. Because boys and girls, yes, you are a pencil, because whenever I see this pencil and I think of you, I don't just think of you as a little pencil. You see, a pencil has infinite potential depending on whose hand it's in. So, for example, boys and girls, a pencil could draw a beautiful drawing, or it could come over and take over and destroy a really difficult math sum. A pencil has purpose, designed beautifully, and everybody needs them. So when I look at a pencil, I see you guys, because you guys have unlimited potential. Say it, I am a pencil. Okay, we're getting there with Easter. Batteries. Okay, we've got our batteries. Now, when I look at the batteries, stay with me, mums and dads. This battery is going to represent God. Stay with me, mums and dads. This battery, for the sake of this experiment, is going to represent God. At this point, if you have any complaints, it's gibbo@thisiscfc.com. And this represents God. Because, boys and girls, whenever I see this battery, you think of a battery, it can move things. It can energize things. It can give life to a toy. And if you're old enough to remember the advert, it goes on and on and on. Now, boys and girls, this battery represents God. Easter. And, of course, we have our cables. And looking at Easter, of course, is ultimately about what took place at Easter. And we cannot talk about Easter without talking about the main man. Of course, that's Jesus. So, for the sake of this experiment, with my jam jar, toilet roll, batteries, a pencil, and some wire. The wire is going to represent Jesus. Here we go. We're going to start with our toilet roll and just set it clean in the middle. And all I'm going to do, boys and girls, mums and dads, carers, is tape our little kind of crocodile clips to the middle of this toilet roll. But for the sake of time, I'm going to Blue Peter the life out of this. And here's one I've prepared earlier. Now, you can see, hopefully you can see that this is literally just a toilet roll clip. This one's not clean. A toilet roll tube with some crocodile clips in the middle. Here we go. Now, what I'm going to do in a minute is get our little pencil. And remember, who's the pencil? You are the pencil. And I'm going to take out the little pencil lead, because remember the Bible says that God doesn't look at the outside, he looks at the heart. So we need the lead. And I'm going to very carefully, despite my shaky hands, because way too much coffee, I'm going to put it on the crocodile clips. That's 15 cups of coffee, boys and girls. Here we go on the next one. Got to be really careful not to break it, and I just broke it. Really gentle, and I just broke it again. We'll try it again, boys and girls. Shouldn't have had that 15th coffee. One. And really concentrate. And for my own safety and your safety, well, you're in YouTube land, I'm going to put this just over the top. Really carefully. Okay. Now, we have our batteries, which represent God. We have our pencil and the lead, which represents you. And of course, we've mentioned how these little clips, these little crocodile wires, represent Jesus. Now, of course, we know, well, hopefully you know why Easter needed to take place. But in case you don't, real fast. Of course, we know that God created everything, the heaven, the sky, the earth, the sea, the stars, the moon, you and me. And unfortunately, mankind, that's us. We messed up. And sin entered the world. What sin? Well, sin's all the wrong stuff we do. Big stuff, small stuff, silly stuff, serious stuff. Sin is sin. And well, sin separates us from God. It's the only thing really that can separate us from God. You see, God's perfect and sin is not. So if we have sin, we can't be with God. God wanted to fix that, and of course this is where Easter comes into play, boys and girls, because he sent his perfect son, and we know the Easter story of how he gave up his life on a cross, and that allowed us to have a friendship with God. That sin that was in our lives was removed. So where does this experiment come in? Well, you see, these are just two little batteries. They aren't very much, boys and girls, but I'm going to start to tape them together. Now, this is a thing where I will say, because I kind of have to, don't try this at home. Do it at a mate's house. No, you can't anyway, because, social distancing. Do it at your nan's or within your bubble, yeah. Because they'll probably have a fire extinguisher, won't they? No, don't try this at home. We'll tape these two batteries together. But Blue Peter, here's one I prepared earlier. And well, these are just D batteries. Okay, they're kind of safe. I'm just going to add my last little ones. Okay, 8 D batteries. Now, boys and girls, here's the thing. You are still a pencil. And a pencil has great potential. It can do some great things. And you have great potential, and you can do lots of great things too. But here's the thing. A pencil's always going to be a pencil, and you are always going to be you. But this is where Easter comes into play, boys and girls, because, you see, if we have that encounter with God, and we say sorry for the wrong stuff that we've done, and ask God into our heart, and ask for that friendship, remember, God is like the batteries. He can change things. He can energize. He can give life. Fingers crossed, boys and girls, and I have them all crossed. Whenever we make that connection with God, big things happen. Our little pencil is now a light bulb. And boys and girls, here's the thing. Remember, I am a pencil, and say it. I am a pencil. You are a pencil. You are you and I am me, and we'll always be that. But if we have an encounter with God, say this Easter, we have an encounter with God, we stop being us, and we go on and become something you can't imagine. Boys and girls, a pencil has potential depending on the hand it's in. If it's in my hand, it's doing stick man all day. But in the hand of an artist, it can create a masterpiece. Boys and girls, you have potential today. But do not live your life in your own hands. Give your life over to God. Just as this little pencil went on and became something great, a big old light bulb. With God in your life, boys and girls, you can do something great and something incredible too. Bless you this Easter, boys and girls. Bless you, mums and dads. Spend time today. Thank the Father for his Son and for the cross. Bless yous. I'm out of here.